If you're flying to Vietnam from North America, you're into a very long flight. From Toronto, it was 15 hours to Taipei, Taiwan, and then another 3 hours from Taipei to Hanoi. My flight took me right up over the Canadian Arctic, over the North Pole, and then down into Taipei. I flew EVA Airlines, and this is the plane that I flew in across the Arctic. And when you land, you're in a different world. Morning exercises by the lake in the Old Quarter in the city of Hanoi.
Good exercise. Good morning, Vietnam. I thought I would be a little bit hokey and start the video off this way. Hi everyone, welcome to another Yukon Bob video. I am in Hanoi, Vietnam, the capital city in Vietnam in the northern part of the country. 24 hours to get here from Toronto was the travel time, just about exactly 24 hours. I'm here to meet my son. He's going to be showing up later on today. He's traveling into Hanoi from Hong Kong, where he's getting a tourist visa in Hong Kong, then coming over to Hanoi. He has to get a tourist visa because his work visa has come to an end. He was working in Chengdu, China, and that work has now come to an end. He was teaching English and basketball there for the last couple of years, but the contract has run out. So now he's going to be coming over to do a little traveling with me around Vietnam. We've got a couple of weeks in Vietnam. He's just been to Sri Lanka, where he's been looking around there in the Maldives. Now he's flying into Hanoi, and we're going to meet up this afternoon and spend some time touring around. So this is my first time in Vietnam, and it is a busy place. It's just early in the morning now, and traffic is picking up, as you can see all over the streets. There are scooters here everywhere. That's the first thing you notice, is the scooters. So come with me as we explore the country of Vietnam, and we start it all off by looking around Hanoi. Okay, I got to get across this street, and I just got to sort of venture out. I'm in the middle of it. And just like that, I'm across. All right, that was a little tricky. All right, down this street here now, past the Lucky Hotel, to make my way over to Ho Kim Lake. So in about 4 days from now, this town is going to get very, very busy in Hanoi, because the US President Donald Trump is coming to town to meet with Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea. You see these flags all over. There's a Vietnamese flag, which is in the middle, North Korea on the right, and the American flag on the left. They're hanging all over the streets. Pictures of Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un are all over the storefronts as well. Everybody's taking pictures. There we go. It's a temple of some sort. I guess that's where mandarin oranges come from.
Well, it looks like some sort of kindergarten class out on a daily field trip. Hanoi is a city that pretty much lives its existence right out on the street. All kinds of activity taking place right out on the road. Here's a butcher shop, for example. I don't know how sanitary it is, but it's just a bunch of meat sitting in the open. It's kind of like a butcher shop on the street. Oh, here it comes. Look here. Thank you. This is bun cha?
Yes.
Bun cha. That's bun cha. Look at that. You put the noodles in there, mix it around, put your noodles in here. Oh, that looks good. Mix it up. And there's some sauces here.
I think I'll actually use a fork. Oh. Mmm. That's very good. That is very good. Let's try this, see what this is like. Mmm. That is really good. Oh, dipping sauce. Mmm. Well, after I was well fed, I spent the rest of the day just basically looking around the streets and the back alleys of Hanoi, just seeing how people live and sort of what they're selling on the streets of Hanoi before I made my way back to my hotel. This is just a quick little shot of my room at the O Gallery Hotel in the Old Quarter District of Hanoi. This is a king room, or is it a queen? King or queen, I don't know. They gave me this upgrade for the first night, and I'm waiting for Ryan to arrive. When Ryan arrives, we're going to get a room with 2 twin beds, or is it a twin and a single, something like that. So this is just a quick shot of the room, the Gallery Hotel, and just a nice little room. It's okay. I think it's about $100 a night or something for this, $115 a night. Shot of the washroom through here. Look, it's even got rose petals. Ryan has now arrived in Hanoi. Hello, Ryan. Hey. Ryan got in just a couple hours ago, and he's already found a restaurant for us on TripAdvisor. And so we're out for our first meal. We walked here, and it's not that far from where we are living. You know, something like 10-15 minutes. Tell me what you ordered.
I ordered this beef dish served in bamboo casing with vegetables on the side and a little bit of coconut rice.
Okay. And what's in there? Is that a coconut? No, it's a bamboo shoot or something.
Yeah, this is all served in a bamboo shoot, and I think you're just supposed to kind of like mix it together. It's supposed to be a Hanoi favorite.
And I'm having my own favorite again. This is banh cha, which is sort of a rice vermicelli noodle soup with pork. And then you add the noodles into it, and you add all the sort of the green vegetables in on the side, mix it all in, and go from there. Bon appetit.
Let's dig in.
Let's dig in. There's really no place for humans to walk on the sidewalk here because of all the stuff with the scooters, so we just walk on the road and hopefully don't get hit. So first impressions of Vietnam versus China? What's the same, what's different?
A little more chaotic here on the streets. A lot of these little shops selling stuff, so a little bit more commercialized, touristy in this area.
How about the scooters?
Yeah, there's a lot more of these scooters, and they're all gas powered here, so they're noisy.
Oh, in China they're electric scooters. Okay. This looks like a little repair shop here. I don't know what this is, but it's a very beautiful building. Look at this gate. Very nice.
Okay.
Wow. It's very nice. Is it embassy? Is it embassy? What is the building?
Không nghe được.
Embassy? Very nice. Tokyo Fan Beach. Lexus. Oh, nice. Very nice. It's like Mercedes. Okay. Not sure what that meant or what that building was, but looks like it had a little security around it. I'd say it's a BMW with the opposing boxer engine like that. But old. Wow. Leather jackets, motorcycles. Oh, she's cooking some food. Oh, that looks good. So we're gonna have some Vietnamese Hanoi street food. She's gonna bring that over to us. Ah, yes. Here. Some greens. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Good. And that's it. Street food in Hanoi. Bon cha. So we're done our lunch, our bon cha on the street, and it was how much?
About $7.
$7, about 120,000 Dan. So $7 for two of us for lunch. It's because Ryan wasn't drinking any beer, that's why it was cheap.
Well, enough of Hanoi. Time to get out of town in the old quarter and head down to Halong Bay, which is the big attraction in the area. It's about a 3-hour ride in this van, which we chartered along with some other people to get down to Halong Bay. Halong Bay, the South China Sea. You get down there and then you board whatever sort of vessel you've arranged for your charter. We had 2 nights, 3 days aboard the Paradise Elegance. This was the big splurge of the trip. It was about $1,100 Canadian for this. So it was our biggest expense of the time in Vietnam, but this is the big attraction in the area, so we didn't want to go cheap on this. So you can see inside, it's really quite a beautiful vessel. It's all laid out very nicely. They have the dining facilities here, breakfast, lunch, all served right on board. And then they have excursions that take place off of this boat. They pull a couple of boats behind it, and you get on those at various points. And they take you to different things that you can see along the trip. So a pretty nice boat, and again, as we said, we spent 2 nights, 3 days here.
First screw up, we ordered 2 twin beds. We got 1 big king. And we haven't seen our luggage yet, so we're waiting to see that made it on board because the ship has just pulled out. So there's the main cabin. Back here's a little sitting area. And how do you get these lights on? Can't quite see that. That's a bit dark. The shower. So we just bought a bottle of wine. This is true entrepreneurship. People come right up to you when you're parked and they can sell you all kinds of things. Chips, wine, booze. No, I'm good, thank you. And we bought a bottle of wine for 300,000. Can I see the wine, Ryan? Cost us 300,000. We don't know what kind of wine it is, but it's probably cheaper than we can buy on the.
Where's it from? I don't know.
It's Dong Dalat. Oh my God! It almost looks like it's homemade. Well, we'll find out. No, that's good. Thank you. Come on, paddle faster. Too late. Okay. What's that noise? Oh, it's that bird. Boy, look at the eyes. Just so... No closer, he says. It's close enough. That's close enough, right? I think he wants to get in the boat. Whoa! Come on, that's being mean. Get him. There's a traditional boat. There's all the fishing boats right out there. I guess we're going for a boat ride.
He did it.
You like?
Oh, I think it's great.
Is it
man.
good? So we just got a bit of news from Mr. Bean, who's sort of the head steward or head purser on this boat. Apparently, Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, is going to be on this boat, not tomorrow, but the next day. They're taking over this particular boat that we're on right now. They had a whole security detail come and look at it earlier today. And right after the summit with President Trump, he's taking a little cruise through Halong Bay, and he's going to be on this boat. This boat is going back to dock tomorrow when we get off. They're going to refurbish it, clean it up and make sure it's spick and span. Security people are going to come on. There's about 40-50 people coming on. There'll be 2 or 3 escort boats coming with it, and he's going out for the day for a tour of Halong Bay. So the same boat we're on right now, Kim Jong-un, leader of the dictatorship world of North Korea, will be on board this boat in 48 hours. Well, that's it. That part of the holiday is over. Halong Bay, been there, seen that, done that. It was beautiful. Not sunny, but at least it wasn't completely overcast. Enjoyed that. So they're bringing all our luggage off right now, and as they do that, we leave our ship, Paradise Cruises, the Elegance, on to part 2 of the trip, which is now a train trip. First a bus trip into Hanoi, and then a train trip up to Sapa. It's an overnight train, and we leave at 10. It takes all night to get there. We get into Sapa.Hoi, which is near Sapa. Get in there at about 5:30 in the morning. So it's an overnight train where we've got a 4-berth cabin, and the 2 of us are in there so we can sleep overnight. Got our suitcases with us. We're going to be up in Sapa for 2 nights, 3 days. Have you found number 7, Rye? Are you looking for 7? Or are you just walking? Okay, he seems to know where 7 is, so that's the track we have to get to. Number 7. We'll show you the train once we get on it. In here. This is it?
One cabin.
I thought it was bigger than this.
Toilet. Toilet, 1, 2.
Okay.
Morning Sapa.
Toilet here?
1, 2.
Okay. Photo made it sound like it was a little bit more luxurious than this, but it's a small room, 2 beds. I guess if you don't have the 2 beds, they usually come with 4 beds, so there's 2 up top. But what we've got is 2, so just to give you an idea of the size, that's it. That's about $380 Canadian, so it's a little pricey. That's to get up there and to get back. Say goodnight, Ryan.
Good night.
This is the downtown square in Sapa. We've just been dropped in the downtown square. We have to make our way over to the Frisia Hotel. It's a beautiful hotel over there. I don't know what the name of it is. The mountains all around it. But Ryan's up ahead, so I better try and catch up with him because he's already taken off. There's a little lake here in the middle of Sapa. And then the downtown square is just up this way. I think that's a rainbow trout in the fish tank. People are trying to sell you things. Hello. They have all kinds of things to sell. Oh, they do the trekking. Oh, I say the word, I say trekking and everybody gets excited. So the first thing you notice when you get off the cable car is that there's quite a temperature change. I think we're at 2,470 meters and we're not quite at the top. There is another little car that'll take you up. But it's going to be windy up here, so there's going to be a lot of wind noise. Let's just go up and have a look at the platform. The clouds are starting to move in a bit now already. We made it to the top of Fancy Pan. Elevation what?
3,143.
3,143. This is the top of Fancy Pan. So once you get to the very top, you're really in the cloud. That's your view. You're not seeing much from here. Big crowds. So we took the cable car up, then we took the funicular up, and then we walked the last little bit to get up to here. So this is the very top. Let's get a shot out this way. Now you can see a little more this way.
Kiêng chân đây ơi. Kiêng chân đây ơi. Chú ơi, kiêng chân lên. Kiêng chân lên.
All right, so we're doing some motorcycles today. We've rented 2 bikes. I've got this fast looking Yamaha bike. This is a super fast bike. And it has no gas, no petrol. We have to get gas. So we have to get some gas. And there's Ryan's bike. You think you know how to ride that thing?
I'm about to find out.
You're about to find out. I've got the motorcycle license, you don't.
You don't need a license.
What is your bike? Yours is a Yamaha too.
Yeah.
So oddly, we have to go fill the thing up with gas first.
Yeah.
Hey, biggies. Hey. Just having a bite to eat. Let's find the hogs. Hogs of a different type. There they are. Okay, folks, Ryan is gonna get a haircut. Men too?
Men too.
Men too?
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready? Yeah, he's ready. Okay, that's good.
He has to look beautiful.
Yeah, look very handsome.
You look very handsome. He's my son.
Yeah, your son?
He's my son.
Very good.
Well, with Ryan all beautiful, it was time to leave the Frisia Hotel in Sapa, up near the Chinese border in Vietnam, and we headed back to Lokai, and then from Lokai it was back to Hanoi. From Hanoi we jumped on an airplane, Vietnam Air, and we flew a couple hours south to Da Nang International Airport. This is where we landed, and then we were picked up there and taken by car to Hoi An, which is about an hour south.
This is in Hoi An. I think it's called the Phu Thinh. It's got a little pool complex in the background. Seems pretty nice. So we slept in this morning. We're just getting acclimatized to Hoi An and to the place. It's a lot hotter down here. It's about 30 degrees, 31 degrees, and lots of sun. And that is the forecast for the next several days. So today we're just going to explore around Hoi An, see what's here, see where the downtown core is, see where everything is. First order of business, we got to get some suntan lotion. We're not equipped for this heat, and we got to get some suntan lotion on so we don't burn. Yeah.
You want trim right inside? Or
Yeah, I like it. I like this. Yeah, the trim inside. That's nice. I think we might buy a couple of shirts. I think they're about $25 maybe, and she can make whatever size to fit us.
Mango.
Nice.
Mango.
Mango?
Mango. Matable.
Okay, next time when I'm hungry, I come here. If you're thirsty, you can get a drink. Beautiful leather bags back over there, but there was nobody around to tell me a price. Mandarin orange tree. That's kind of neat. They sort of roll up into things like that. So I have to think about that. If I could get some of those in my backpack, I like to bring about 5 or 6 back. Hang them up in the backyard. So we just finished our breakfast, and this is what you do when you are away on the road with Ryan Sadeko. You are watching the Raptors game on a live streaming feed on the iPhone. We're watching the Toronto Raptors play the Detroit Pistons tonight, and we're into overtime. And it's about 9 o'clock in the morning here or something like that, so maybe 9 o'clock at night wherever this is in Detroit. 10, something like that. And we're watching basketball live.
Like that?
I think we need it.
Let's get it.
It's very nice. Why don't you buy it and then you bring it home and give it to your mom?
Think she like this?
I think she'd love that.
Is it an ashtray?
Yeah, I think it's a bread basket.
She could always start smoking, I guess.
This cocktail that we ordered is called the Before and Now. It's got a bunch of things in it. Do you remember what they are?
Not really. Some rum, some actually they do brandy, mojito mint, and orange juice. I didn't read that at all.
Wow. Look at all the fruits. It is awfully humid tonight in Hoi An, our last night, and we've discovered something just walking around. As we look around, we can remember all the restaurants and bars we've eaten in here, and you can just point them out. There's one over there, one across the river, all kinds of them. We've eaten in a lot of places here.
And at the end of the night,
No picture?
there's always the dishes to do.
Well, our trip to Vietnam has come to an end after 15 days of touring around the country with my son Ryan, who flew over to meet me here from Chengdu. We met in Hanoi and traveled the country for 15 days. First up to Halong Bay, which is just outside of Hanoi, and then after that we went up to the northern part of Vietnam into the mountains to the Sapa area. Following that, we went back to Hanoi and then caught a plane to Da Nang, which is in central Vietnam. Just south of Da Nang is Hoi An. We spent about 6 days looking around Hoi An and in that area. It's been a fantastic trip. The food's been good. The prices have been good here. Maybe it's the new Thailand for Southeast Asia, where more and more people are going to start coming to Vietnam as its tourism develops more and more. People have been good, very friendly. They have a saying in Vietnam that the Vietnamese smile with their hearts, and I think that's pretty much accurate. People have been very good. Security's been a non-issue. It's all been very comfortable. And we leave now after 15 days, maybe back one day to Vietnam. But for now, we say thanks for joining us on another Yukon Bot video, and we'll see you next time. Bye from Hoi An, Vietnam.